Enthusiastic. Number 1. First, the man said to Wendy that he had a doctor appointment the day after. He needs to reschedule to 10 o'clock meeting. The woman agreed with him and she asked what time he expected to be back in the office. The man replied to her, "It was just a routine checkup, so we didn't think it would take very long." Later said 11:30. Finally, the woman agreed with him and she said she would move the meeting to 12 o'clock and send an email to everyone to let them know. Number 2. First, the man said to the woman that thanked her for calling the three-state electronic company, and he asked how he might be of assistance to her. The woman replied to him she had a question about her bill for that month. The charges seemed higher, but she hadn't been using any more electricity than usual. The man suggested there might have been a rise in her area recently. Give him account number and he put line into it. Finally, the woman agreed and she said it was 368129. She lived on hardboard. Number 3. First, the man asked the woman what time Alice's birthday dinner started that day. The woman said that the reservation were for 7 o'clock. He had told everyone to be there by 10 to 7. The man agreed and he said he was at an Italian restaurant on Maple Street, right? Finally, the woman realized the man to just head down Main Street. Test the second leg was 2 blocks and it was right beside the bank, and she said he couldn't miss it. Number 4. First, the man said to the woman he had heard she won the poetry competition. Congratulations, and he gestured to must feel wild, proud. The woman thanked for the man and she said it was a genuine honor to receive it. It was nice to know that other people appreciate her work. The man asked if she were writing anything at the moment or she were taking a break. Finally, the woman replied to him she had just started work on a book of short story and he was hoping to take writing workshop that summer. Number 5. First, the man asked he was wondering if she could tell him what the charge was for an hour of parking there. The woman replied to him it was $7 for the first hour and $2 for each additional hour. The man said that were a bit expensive and he had just need to run into a store for a minute or two. He only had to pick up a few small items. Finally, the woman said that the flight behind the movie theater on the charge $3 an hour. He might well to try over there. Number 6. First, the man said that he was really interested in buying the car, but he wasn't a fan of the color and he asked it only came in red. The woman said they only have red in the showroom then, but he could order black or silver. There were also option of a CD flyer for an extra $200. The man realized to her that he didn't need the CD flyer, but he think he would like to order a silver one. He asked how long it would take to deliver. Finally, the woman said if they didn't paperwork, then she should have it in about 3 weeks. Number 7. First, the man said to Janet that the nail estate car was ready to the pick up, and as she had got her yet, the woman realized to him and said she had been pretty busy. She was going to stop by the security office after lunch. The man asked if really, and he asked how she get into the office that morning if she didn't have a card. Finally, the woman said that she just asked the security guard. Lucky look, he recognized her. Number 8. First, the man asked how she would like her hair done that day, and asked the man if she just want to trim or they saw try a new style. The woman said she was meeting some old friend for dinner that day, so was thinking she would like to go with something a little different. The man asked what about the photo on the wall there, and he asked if she thinking she would like something that finally the woman said that seemed a little bit short. She would prefer something like the photo in this magazine. Number 9. First, the man said to the woman he had a delivery there for her, some bricks and a few bags of the concrete mix. He needed somebody to sign for him. The woman said that the foreman out right now, but she was his assistant. She couldn't sign for them if he would like. The man agreed and he asked where she would like him to take a stop. A stop. Finally, the woman said everything needs to go over to the blue building. Number 10. First, the man said to the woman that he seemed to having some trouble. He couldn't find the packet character for his flight and he was afraid he might be late for a hit tour bus. Some woman asked him if, if he could tell if he could tell him which he airline flew with and supply some number, and she said also she might be able pay his tour bus and have them waiting for him. The man said that would be great. He believed until air flight 728 from Florida. They had the stop over in LA. He worked on the Lionel tour bus. That was his first time in Hawaii. He got that while packing by winning a contest. He also got to ask the big front celebration. Finally, the woman said that let her show. He has wandering pretty far from your garage. He was a gay A15 and his garage again and two on the third floor. It would take for too long for him to get his package, and she said what she could do for him was she could have his package transferred to the hotel and he could go a check to the tour bus.